Welcome back, everyone, to Creep It Weird podcast. I am Natty,
And I'm Liz.
and we are a little early. I know this isn't quite Christmas, but because of the holiday season, we are going to still bring a wintry Wonderland episode to you. I'm not really sure if we should call it Wonderland. It may be a little darker than Wonderland. We'll find out. Worrisome Wonderland. There we go.
Yes.
I want to point out, I was laughing. I told her I was going to bring this up, that every episode we have like a pregame thing that we do because we get the pregame jitters. It's like when, for all my sports fans out there, like you're in the locker room, it's the big game. You're in the locker room, you're jumping, you got to shake it out, do some deep breathing, and just kind of get that out of the way just to kind of relax. So if you want a mental picture, just picture me and Liz just doing this like weird shaky thing. And then like the whole like raise your arms up and like we're doing some kind of yoga pose and like breathing slowly out.
In through the nose.
Yes.
Out through the mouth.
And here we go. Okay. Do we have any housekeeping beforehand? I don't think we have anything beforehand.
I don't think so. We've gotten a few ratings. I'm hoping that more people will give us some ratings and follows and shares.
Yeah, we usually hit all that up at the end, but you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it now too. We'll just do a double whammy. Please, please, please share the pod, like and review, because it lets people find us and it makes it easier.
Help me, I'm poor.
Yes, and it's great. So I did find out that I believe on Spotify, if you're listening on there, if you leave a review, like actually leave a review, it actually helps you out just as much as it does subscribing. Like subscribing is huge too. So even though we get that out of the way, we are going to bring about a witch.
Ooh.
I know, because why not bring a witch? The witch is bringing a witch.
Did you see the new Wicked?
No, I've not seen any of the Wickeds.
Natasha.
I don't do musicals.
Natasha.
I can't do it. I can't do the musical thing. I was so pumped. I saw it. I was like, man, that looks like such a good movie. And someone's like, it's a musical. And I was like, well, fuck. I was like, never mind. I take it back. I don't want to see it anymore.
Your loss.
But in the holiday season, I know most families, at least the ones I know, they go through this thing where they have movie days where they just pump through and play all these Christmas movies. That's just what they do. It's part of their ritual. And I've got some to add for you if you're not into all that stupid bullshit, fluffy crap.
Whoa,
okay?
Whoa. That day's amazing. You get junk food, you get throw blankets, you sit around with your family, and you just watch holiday movies.
I'll give you some good holiday movies. Okay?
Oh my gosh, I'm scared.
Now, this one's not as bad, but it is a little more action-packed, and it is fairly new. Red One. It's so good. And I'll be covering a topic. And once you listen to the topic, so I don't know if we're going to have it on here or not. We might not. But I know on the other one, I'm going to be using it. And I went to this theater, watched the movie, and the whole time, my poor date, I'm nudging the whole time. I'm like, I know these characters. I cover them in my podcast. I know these ones. And I'm watching, I'm going, holy shit, and it's even accurate.
I am having a flash. I think I know what movie you're talking about. Something happened on the beach.
Yeah, so there's The Rock. Dwayne The Rock Johnson's in it, and Santa gets kidnapped.
Was it Krampus?
And the woman that we are talking about, I believe, is in the movie. She is the bad guy.
Oh, wow. Yes.
So we are bringing it all in. On top of that, there is a movie, and oh my goodness. All right, it is a bit gory, but it's called Violent Nights, and it is phenomenal. I love that. It's Santa Claus with a backstory of like Viking warrior. It is chef's kiss, baby. It is good. It is good.
You and Vikings.
Yeah, and the guy who plays the Santa in that one, oh mercy. Just saying. And if you guys are any fans of Stranger Things, the character is Hopper.
Okay.
The actor that plays Hopper in Stranger Things is Santa in Violent Nights, but let me tell you, he does not look like Hopper, if you know what I mean. Anyway, while I'm over here blushing and my heart rate's starting to go up, let's shift gears back over to the witch, all right?
All right.
Now, Many people know generational tales of that old man with the rosy cheeks traveling the world via magic and flying reindeer, right? I mean, that's just Christmas protocol or holiday protocol. I don't know. Either way, happy Chris Kwanzaa. Who knows? Whatever you whatever you celebrate, we're gonna have it covered there. And for me, as of late, the appreciation for the darker and less appealing holiday characters is coupled with Icelandic and problematic family featured in the latest, like I said, Red One. It is, oh, so good. And it's going to make a lot of sense. So listen here, go watch the movie, and I want you to pair the two together because you're good. It's like subtle hints, and it is great. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Now, I did cover this one previously, but I had to do it again. I really like it. And this entity in particular goes by many names. So you have the Christmas Witch, the Ice Queen, Winter Goddess. I think it's called Herke. It's Herke, Frau Perchta, Frau Hul, and of course the very popular Frau Perchta. I probably butchered all of those names. I apologize. I am as American as they get, but I do occasionally get them right. So hopefully we'll figure that out. It might just be the Ice Queen or the Christmas Witch, depending on whether or not I can pronounce her name and how many times I have it in my notes. So, with this, the first written accounts of this character, it goes all the way back to 1200 AD. Yeah, AD, BC. Sorry, y'all. Don't care. That's what I grew up on. That's what we're getting. I'm not doing any of this other woke shit. Sorry. It's really hard to teach an old dog new tricks. But Frau became a Germanic goddess named Bertha or Bertha.
Bertha.
Can you imagine? We got Big Bertha, the Christmas witch. I mean, that does not scream scary or creepy or, well, Christmas in any fashion, in my opinion.
It's like Large Marge. Tell them Large Marge.
Yeah,
sent
Large
ya.
Marge, Big Bertha. Yeah, they must be sisters or cousins or something. Who knows? But in this role, she's responsible for protecting women and children of all ages, protecting the environment, and even guiding souls into the afterlife. So she has a very important role in that culture. It's not just, oh, you're good or bad or whatever. We're not scaring children. It's not a Krampus situation. It's not a Grilla situation. It's not stuff like that per se. So she's one of those ones that is a lot different in the original lore versus what they make her out to be. Thank you, all you, Judaic Christmas, whatever it is. Those people that came in and just wiped out everybody else's religion and shoved theirs in and made everybody else's characters a bad guy. She really wasn't that bad. I mean, she's all about protecting the environment, protector of children and women. And that is always a win in my book.
Good
But
stuff.
she's also guiding souls into the afterlife is another very important role, regardless of how, I guess, you look at it. Everybody wants to have one. You don't want to get lost. You don't want to get stuck here. You don't want to have all this negative behind it. So, very important role. She also has the ability to shapeshift, which is always a badass trait to have, but in my opinion, very scary because it's one of those traits that could either be used for good or evil.
Yeah.
And it all depends on the person. She's often known as rocking a beak made of iron, wearing rags from top to bottom, and possibly pursuing you with a cane.
See, when you said beak made of iron, I think of those the plague masks.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I had in my mind. I'm guessing it's probably the same because it doesn't, for me, it would be hard to have a being, entity, creature, whatever you want to call her, that naturally has a beak of metal.
Right.
As with all lore, you have different variations of the same thing. Some claim that she looks like an old hag, while most say she is a very beautiful woman with long flowing blonde hair, similar to Frigga. And I know I probably mispronounced that. I left out some total G's there. But for anybody who's into the whole Nordic kind of realm, to me, it's very strikingly similar to her. The discrepancies in one form is more than likely due to her being what they refer to her as a triple goddess, since she can appear in the form of a maiden, a mother, or an old hag. So maybe she's just got different moods. Maybe when she's PMSing, she's the old hag. I don't know. And then, or maybe it's just because her different roles. When she's in the role of being that protector of, children and women, she's more of the mother figure. When she's doing work or presenting herself as that environmental savior, or I guess Captain Planet version, that would be maybe the maiden that's a little bit more innocent and that kind of thing. And then maybe when she's ushering people into the underworld to kind of blend in with a lot of people that make it, not everybody, obviously, because some have untimely deaths. But is it really untimely? I feel like everybody goes at their own time, but we're not going to get into that right now. But they're older people. So maybe she's just an old hag. I'm just picturing her with a lantern and a cane, like, come follow me, guys. Like, so she's not scary.
I did a Wiccan episode a while ago with a practice in Wiccan on, and she told me about how in pagan rituals they have the maiden, the mother, and the crone.
Exactly. Hit the nail on the head. I'm over here doing the hammering thing. You just can't see me. And there we go. So the last couple ones is kind of funny. They say that she has a blade hidden under her skirt, her cloak, or even directly in her hand. I'm not sure what the significance of that would be if she is supposed to be more of it seems like she's supposed to be more of a softer, more gentle entity. But hey,
I love it.
even those ones, you can't push them around. It's a fuck around or find out kind of situation, or I guess fuck around and find out.
Right.
So either way, she's got a blade. Lord knows where it's hidden. But hey, if you can pull it off, pull it off. The best part is that some people even say that she has the feet of a goose and likes to turn into a swan.
Just for fun.
Swans are beautiful and people stop and look and all of that stuff. They're very beautiful creatures. So maybe I think it would be a little bit, it almost reminds me of Moana, when he turns himself at first when he's trying to figure out how to like remorph, and he keeps like doing these combinations of different things where he's like a person on the bottom and a shark head on the top. Maybe she just doesn't quite have the gusto, or she's like, oh shit, my feet.
I was thinking more of the sword and the stone. Remember when they were having the sword off?
Oh, God, I haven't seen that in ages. That's a deep pool right there. Melissa's coming with a deep pool. Now, they do say that she's looked at as a creature of darkness in some areas, and she would begin her reign of terror 12 days before Christmas. And one thing I have noticed is in a lot of lore in general across multiple religions, multiple countries, multiple everything, 12 Days of Christmas is very popular. We all know the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. You've got her coming out 12 days before Christmas. You've got the Yule Lads coming out 12 days before Christmas. And then you have that 13th day is Christmas. To me, it's very interesting that they do have that very big 12 days beforehand, shit starts to go down kind of situation.
Well, I think it's because of the Epiphany. That's how long it was supposed to take the wise men to reach baby Jesus. So that's like the 12 days.
Again, the lore says 12 days. People are going to be screaming at me. Sorry, religious people. Well, sorry, not sorry. I'm really not sorry at all. By the way, all of the ones that I pointed out happened and became part of the lore well before the wise men.
It also has pagan roots too. They had the 12 days of feast of
Yep. So maybe it's just a whole solstice thing that started.
The 12 days of that feast, wasn't it Norse Yule?
It depends on which one you look at. So yes.
I'm looking it up.
The Yuletide is very much so part of Icelandic and all of that. And that is the Yuletide season, Yuletide greetings. And then they had the feasts and they had celebrating with the family and doing their rituals and all of that leading up to it. And to me, even dating so far back and having those different, I guess, versions of whatever it would be, whether it be the Winter Witch or the Lads or Krampus or whatever it is, it has something, it usually ties to the winter solstice. Like there's a 12 days somewhere in there that is very relevant. And I feel like that's where the 12 days comes from. It's not, I don't know if I want to say it's like a set time frame, because it was already celebrated. I just don't know why they chose 12 days. I really probably should look into that to figure out why 12. Because even before you had all of these, somehow that 12 days gained importance, and I don't know where it came from.
Well, it says the pagan roots, the concept of a long winter celebration, like the Norse Yule, lasted around 12 days with feasting after the winter solstice,
So,
and this
yeah.
predates Christianity.
Okay, so, but my thing is who, when, and why did 12 become the important number?
Maybe that's how long it took them to eat all the food, or until that's when the food all went bad. I don't know.
Well, maybe it is the weather change. Because if you do 12, well, that's still like mid December. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what the weather was like that many years ago. But they didn't have global warming, so maybe it would have came sooner, right? Who knows? Anyway, either way, 12 days is the magic number. And they say that she will pursue anyone who is lazy, messy, or dirty looking people, and those who, well, again, are on the proverbial naughty list. So she's just not, oh, you're naughty or nice, or the Yule cat that comes and eats you, or whatever if you don't have a new article of clothing by Christmas, which I think is the old timey version of like Black Friday shopping. Like, we are going to coerce these people into purchasing something. There is some sort of underlying goal that people are coming up with to increase productivity, money into the system. But we're not going to get into that either because I am very opinionated on that.
I have never heard the theory of Frau Perchta being based on consumerism, but I love it.
Well, I don't know about her. Now, her, I don't think so, because it doesn't say that you actually have to purchase shit. You just got to be a good person and keep your shit clean, I guess, or lazy. So I guess maybe.
I think you have to make so many new clothing, though, before, too. Like you said, you had to have
We'll
so much
get to
new clothes.
we'll get to it.
All right.
But again, not purchasing, that would be creating.
Making, but you need to purchase the fabric somewhere.
Back then, not everybody had to. A lot of people were more self-sufficient and they were able to come up with their own materials to make their own things.
So I'd be dirty because that sounds like a lot of work to go make material, then make your clothes.
Yeah, and it's mentioned in some accounts that incomplete household chores she finds exceptionally irritating.
I'm with her.
Same.
Yep.
Same. And it's almost as much as the act of spinning. So I guess they don't, in this one, it's almost weird. It's like, get your shit done beforehand because I don't want you spinning your shit 12 days before Christmas.
Okay.
Which I guess would be a focus on the religion or anything like that. But there's a lot of different sidebars we could get into, and I will try not to rabbit hole through them. I do not have my ADHD meds currently, so I will do my best to stay on course.
All right.
Now, those marked as unworthy to walk the earthly plane fall victim to a gruesome display of disapproval. And this is where we're going to get a little hasty. Now, lesser offenders who have not completed their spinning on time would have Frau enter their homes, trampling the half-assed work and even setting it on fire. Can you imagine? You are working so hard. I mean, back then, I don't think, women didn't work outside the home or whatever, but they had a shit ton of kids, right? Because there was no birth control, and well, people are people. We're all animals, right?
Right.
And if you just didn't get it done, she'd be like, fuck you, throw it on the floor, light it on fire, stomp on it, just destroy. I would be devastated. I'd be like, dude, it's taken me 3 months of in between being a human milk bag, washing these freaking clothes, bathing these children, trying to come up with preserving this food to last us through the winter. I'm doing my best, and now you're going to throw it on the floor and stomp on it?
See, you were wondering why she had to carry a sword on her thigh or up her hoo-ha or wherever she's holding it. That's why she has to defend herself after people get pissed after you're burning all their stuff.
But if you're a goddess-like figure, would you really need a blade to protect yourself from humans?
What else can she do? Does she have powers besides just lighting stuff on fire?
We shall see.
All right.
Now, offenders who really peeved her got a very brutal lesson, not only for them, but for everyone around them. Legend states that she would use her, again, here's where it comes in handy. We're learning the use of the blade. She would use her trusty blade to cut open the stomachs of these people, rip out their innards, and fill their empty vessel with garbage, and then go on about her business.
Can you imagine back then being law enforcement and arriving to all these bodies just stuffed with trash?
Did they even have law enforcement back then? I mean, come on, it's 1200 AD.
They had to have something. No? Where was this?
Well, Iceland, primarily.
Oh.
I feel like they were all kind of a self-governed people. I mean, this is the era, the age of mobs, the age of, flames and torches and lighting people at the stake. It's not like you had a sheriff going around and saying, like, here's all the witches and here's what we do. It was the crowds would gather around and they would take on their own justice.
So they'd just find all these people stuffed with trash and be like, oh, I guess they didn't get their sewing done.
What? What
They should have spun a little bit sooner. Susie.
It's pre-Jack the Ripper. That is so horrible of me to say. That is what it reminds me of. It's like Jack the Ripper gets away with it because Frau Perchta has this whole thing surrounding her. Now, I don't remember him ever stuffing anyone with garbage, but who knows?
There could have been a lot of serial killers getting away with it because of Frau Perchta.
Yeah, and I did mention, right, that simply having a messy house could be enough to get this kind of vicious present.
I'd be dead right now.
I know. We'd all be stuffed with garbage. Garbage would fill our empty vessels. Because, I mean, who has time for a clean house, especially if you're home with a gazillion children? Then again, it was the time of free labor. There were no child labor laws. So if you had 13 kids, then that place better be spotless.
Right?
You better be able to eat off these floors. These dirt floors.
Yes.
I keep forgetting they didn't have hardwood floor and linoleum or whatever you've got. Now, here's another thing. If you don't have all of your flax, which is, for anybody who isn't familiar with that, it's a plant species. And if you don't have it spun by the 12th night, you will meet the same fate, but instead of garbage, you'll be stuffed with straw, rocks, and shards of glass.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
The look on your face is just like, huh. You're looking at me like you could see the wheels spinning going, you were analyzing that piece of information very thoroughly. I can see it all over your face.
Because such specific things to stuff with. Why?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that way.
You won't do it again? You won't. You're dead.
Did they have scarecrows back then? When was the first scarecrow?
I don't know. I'm not discussing it with you because you won't watch Wicked.
Fine, we'll move along. Scarecrows aside, children who were known as liars would have their tongues cut out.
Oh, damn.
Like, specifically said the children would have their tongues cut out. Now, snitches get stitches.
I wonder if that's what her knife was for the tongues, or to slit them open.
So it would be cutting the tongue out, slitting people open. That's what this, and I am picturing one of those curved blades like a talon.
Kind of match her nose.
Oh, I didn't think about that. But I'm just thinking something that's gruesome, like a raptor claw. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause that'd be very efficient. But even if your house was clean and your chores were done, you better make sure that you leave a food offering out for the lady because she gets a little hangry if not.
Samesies.
Sames.
I feel like I relate a lot to this woman.
Yes, I unfortunately do too. Aside from cutting people open, cutting children's tongues out, I have the same pet peeves that she does.
And I could see myself being called a Christmas witch. Maybe a
I
letter
get called
off,
a witch all the time. Who are you kidding? I mean, this has been a thing since I can remember. And now I just embrace it. Yes, I'm a witch. It's like the other day. They're like, it's a full moon. I'm like, you are incorrect. And they're like, come on, the moon's full. I'm like, technically, no. It was full last night. Tonight, it's not full. Trust the witch. It is not a full moon. Now, you want to leave food out. But they do have a few items here that would give you extra bonus points.
Ooh.
So you have dumplings and herring. And I'm going, is that a fish or a bird? Isn't there both? Isn't there? But there's also a blue herring, which is a bird.
True. Yeah.
So maybe either or. Either way, it's not a fatty cattle substance. It is a more lean option, I guess.
All right.
And if you don't have dumplings, you can always do porridge of oats and herring. It's got to be fish. If this is Icelandic, it's got to be primarily fish.
That all sounds horrible.
And if you're out of herring, you could go with eggs and dumplings. And I feel like that would be a lot more accessible for these people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We need to get Linnea and be like, Linnea, do you ice fish for herring? Well, Iceland is backwards. Iceland is actually the greener one. Greenland's actually the icier one. So it very well could be either one, I guess. Unlike her many other dark counterparts, those good little boys and girls will receive silver in their shoes on the day of Epiphany, aka January 6th. So you got to be good. You got to get all your chores done. The house has got to be clean. You can't be spinning your stuff. It's got to be kosher. But you get silver, which I feel like in a lot of cases is more of a present than other ones. Other ones you might get some kind of coin or a button or something in your shoe, but this is the first one that seems like it's anything of actual value that I've found.
Well, she's either going to murder your face or give you silver.
Valid point. So let's hope you're no type of mythical creature, werewolf, anything like that, because you'll be in trouble.
Right?
Can you imagine you're a werewolf, you're on your best behavior, you reach into your shoe and all of a sudden your hand's burning and you're like, son of a bitch. And you think instead of you thinking that it's a positive thing, you're like, man, I was so good. Why am I being punished? And some legends say that Frau is a treacherous leader of a gang of evil spirits created from the souls of unbaptized children. I can only imagine where this lore came from. Sorry, I had to make sure I got my sarcastic voice on there. And if that wasn't bad enough, they say the runt of each bunch brings up the rear, hauling a pitcher filled with the tears of mothers who have lost their children.
That's so sad.
Isn't it? Ugh. And what they do is when they go out on these hunts or these parades, these, macabre parades, they refer to it as the wild hunt. Yeah. So you definitely don't want to get caught up in the wild hunt.
She sounds like a psychotic vigilante that's trying to make people do good, but she is like terrifying.
Yeah, I feel like if that's the case, though, she would only be punishing people for actual crimes. Not just her personal pet peeves. That'd be like Ed Kemper going around and making people pay at Christmas time.
Yeah, she's like a Karen, like on the loose. Like just...
the Karen of lore. Maybe she's a Lauren instead of a Karen. Sorry, all the Laurens out there. And so they also, okay, so she goes out. She's got a gaggle of kids, the runts in the back, filling up this pitcher of mother's tears. And not only that, but they say that when the wild hunt is coming and when it's going down, because they say that you can hear the wind and the roaring of thunder echoing through the mountains on the 12, it looks like virtual nights. It is actually Frau and her gang on the wild hunt. So basically, if there's a winter storm with thunder, everybody just assumed that it was her and her gang out, completing their little hunt. Yeah. And it's not just one parade, one outing. It is anytime that there is a echo of thunder, crazy winds on any of those 12 nights, she's going out on hunts.
The kids must be freaking angels in all these houses.
Well, you would think. I think some of them, they're like, oh, yeah. What about the non-believers? The kids that are just like, oh, yeah, whatever. She's not going to come get me.
Until his tongue gets cut out.
We all know of Krampus, or most of us know about Krampus. And a lot of these believers actually sometimes say that she's known to fly about, causing chaos with her male counterpart. And I bet in that case, Grilla is pissed. For those of you who have seen Red 1. You don't want to, what is it, woman scorn? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorn. Judging by the terms used, of course, the church more than likely is what turned this good-natured and beautiful spirit into the modern-day monster that she is. Christians stormed into the villages and took over around the 6th century. So she had a good, 4,000-year run without being a treacherous beast or horrible demon monster caused by the church?
You don't think that slitting bellies open and cutting tongues out is a little bit of a beast or monstrous action?
But remember, it's not her only role. She was also a protector and a lover of the environment.
Okay, we're going back to Ed Kemper. Ed Kemper was also very smart, but he also murdered a lot of people. One doesn't cancel out the other.
Smart does not equal good-natured.
Okay. He has done the audio for audiobooks for children all over the world. Does that make all of his murders
Also,
negate?
not good-natured. Anybody can read a book who's a monster.
And what has she done good-natured?
Remember, she ushers people into the underworld. She
Yeah, then
protects
she
the environment. She protects mothers and children.
flies around with dead
She
babies.
doesn't kill the babies. She runs around with
Flies around with them.
children, not babies.
Oh, that makes it better?
Not that it makes it much better. I'm just saying, she does not murder the children. She cuts their tongues out, which doesn't make it a whole lot better.
Oh, okay.
But she doesn't murder the children. She still has that soft spot.
So what the hell is she doing with
cut their
them?
tongues out.
No, but why is she rolling with all these kids?
They're spirits. Think about it. They're filled with a picture of the mother's tears. Those kids are already probably gone.
So let them go. Why is she rolling with them?
Well, where are they going to go? If they're trapped somewhere, they aren't going to go anywhere.
So she initiates them into her gang with Krampus? Gives them all little biker jackets? I don't think so.
Family's family.
Family. Okay. Fast and Furious. I see what you did there.
It's all about the family. Well, then we could go the mob. I guess it depends on which one you're looking at. It's all in the family. Woo! Since much of the population was strong in their pagan beliefs, the church did what they could, or did their best, to turn it into fear tactics. Again, this girl, more than likely, was not known for any of these heinous acts until the church came in. And they needed to turn her into a monster so that people would not go to her for guidance and help and pray to her and leave offerings for her. This all pretty much kind of happened when the church came in and tried to demonize her.
She was not known for it, but did she do those things?
Well, that's up to the listeners to decide.
Okay, because that's a big difference.
Because mine would be, again, these are the same types of people that would roll into a town, and if you did not bow down to whatever, their god, or kneel before their god, they would murder you. So I don't think that I would put it past them to gut and stuff with straw to prove a point.
So you're saying free Frau Perchta.
Free Frau Perchta. But she was only Frau for a long time, and they changed her name to Perchta because the origin of the word means scary monster.
Oh.
Yeah. Next, the church started portraying her beautiful, wise, and caring goddess feature as the wretched old hag. So for a long time, she was just this beautiful, innocent, sweet, and caring, kind woman who was a protector. And they came in and they were like, no, this bitch is cutting people open. She's cutting tongues out. She's doing this. She's doing that. She's a big, scary monster. And she looks like an old, wretched, nasty monster.
Rude.
Yes. After the years, many of the people still would not convert. So the church used a document called the Thesaurus Pauperum, I think is how you pronounce that, to label the stubborn followers as part of a cult of Perchta and outlawed them in 1468.
I feel like you would join that, and you might be a cult leader.
100% would be a member of this group. I would join this cult. Quote unquote cult.
Natasha would get her beak made.
Again, if you don't believe in what they believe in, oh, you're in a cult. Oh, you're satanic. Oh, you're this. You're a bad person. If you do not bow down and get this stuff crammed down your throat. Sorry, I'm a little biased. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but let's get real. Back in the day, most of them were. Get off your little high horses and realize your history. Anyway, I am horrible. They also made it in this document illegal to leave food out on the nights that she was supposed to come visit. So you scare all these people into thinking if you do not leave these things out here, you are going to be punished and you might possibly die. Oh, but it's also illegal now for you to do so.
So do you think that they had, I know you said they didn't have law enforcement that back then, but some sort of enforcer going
They
door
had
to
the
door,
Crusades.
checking the doorsteps, and if
Oh,
they
I
found dumplings?
100%. I have 100%. No doubt in my mind that they would go in there and cause problems if there was offerings out there. One, you'd get arrested if you had offerings. If you have offerings, or if you don't have offerings, see, that's the whole thing. I don't know the timeline. It probably started off as it's illegal for you to do so. People still did it, and or the correlation between them. It was probably if you didn't, you got this happen to you. So people didn't. Or wait, hold on. I'm getting myself all confused. One was the cart and one was the horse. I don't know which came first.
I just picture this homeless guy going up and down the street, eating all the offerings, being so excited, and then when they stop it, he's like, "Oh man, no dumplings
Yeah, what was
this
the
year."
what was the homeless population like?
I have no idea.
But this thesaurus itself, I find is a bit interesting. A lot of very prominent religious leaders like Pope John the 11th and Saint Albertus Magnus,
Mm.
that's a hell of a name, actually wrote the document. Ironically, it was a work that listed recipes and natural medicines that were cures for those who could not afford doctors. Amongst the information was also the benefits of precious stones, herbal remedies for childbirth, uses for precious metals, and astrological charts, which sounds a little witchy and pagan to me, does it not?
It does.
You can't do any of this shit unless we put it in our holy fucking book. Then it's okay. It's like we have to control all the conversation all the time. We have to do the rules. We have to do the laws. We have to get you to bow down to whatever makes our life easier and your life more difficult because we're right and you're wrong. And that's the end of it. And I really hope that a lot of them did not leave food out and they got the got.
Got the got.
They got.
Got.
But that is what I have for Frau Perchta.
Frau Perchta.
Frau Perchta. Sounds like a prostitute name. I know there's a reason behind it, but
She sounds like a psycho badass.
again, depends on which one you look at. If you look at the original version of her, she was a goddess. She was beautiful. She was kind. She was caring until they came in. And then, I mean, hell, even St. Nicholas was turned into a fat man with rosy cheeks so that the kids would find him more appealing with the name St. Nicholas.
I just wonder if she was known to do those things before or not.
My guess would be more than likely she was viewed as more of the protector, guider into the afterlife, had a good, important role that would be motherly and all of that before she was turned into a monster. But then again, I can't say that's always the case because, well, Krampus.
Yeah. Well, just in case, I think everybody should get all of the spinning done.
Get all your chores done.
Don't lack on spinning.
Make sure your house is clean. I mean, let your house be messy every other day of the year, but for 12 days, get your shit together. Leave your shoes out.
You have to do that before Christmas anyways. You have to clean your house before you have guests anyways.
Well, you don't have to, but it is,
You
you
don't
know.
have to, but
People prefer it. But then again, if you're cleaning your house just for guests to come over, are you not just faking it? Like you're putting on this facade of something that you are not? You know, everybody's dressed to the nines. The kids are on their best behavior.
pretty much my bathroom and everything's not usually that clean.
It's just,
It's clean, but not like to the extent when people are coming over.
Yes.
When you know you're having people over, you clean things like dust in corners. You don't usually or extra mile.
yeah, everything's dusted. You know, your toothbrush cleaning your faucet. You know, to me, I know a lot of people like the holiday spirit and all of that. I just, I don't like the whole concept of you have to buy gifts, you have to do this, you have to do that. You have to be someone that you're not because they expect you to be at this time frame. And if you're not, it's bomb humbug you.
I love the idea of a reason to get together with family. As you get older, everyone has kids, everyone has jobs. You know what I mean?
Which
So
has
this
nothing
is
to do with Christmas.
I love Christmas. But
Because
I
guess what? Yuletide came first, and one of their biggest thing was to get together and feast and have a good time and celebrate.
oh, I always eat. Don't worry about that.
Celebrate the things that come, celebrate the things that come natural and all of that. It's just, sorry, I'm being a horrible negative Nancy this holiday season.
You hate Christmas. I love Christmas. It does have stressful. I get the monetary part. It is stressful buying gifts, making sure you have this for this for this. But you know what we do to cut a lot of that in my family is we have a lot of the grabs, like the white elephant gifts, because I have so many nieces and nephews. But it's
Which
fun.
still makes you purchase stuff.
But I mean, we do like a $20 or $25 limit, and it's fun stealing from each other and just the game of it. It's not expensive.
I do like the elephant game.
Fun.
I will give you that, but it's the pressure behind it. Like when you have to, like, oh, my kid doesn't have enough presents. We don't have enough presents under the tree. Oh, our stock. Like this year, I'm broke. There is no Christmas.
So personalize. You don't have to do anything big. Get a nice picture, you and him, blow it up, put it in a nice frame at Dollar Tree. You don't have to go above and beyond.
And ready? That's going to make the kid happy because he has been indoctrinated that Christmas is presents, even though we get together with family. Now he's pretty good. I've got him trained isn't the good word. I have educated him well enough to know it doesn't matter. I could get you a candy bar, be happy with it. And he would, as long as like we have time to get together and do something. He likes to get together with the family and we just eat. We don't do gifts anymore, probably because my family's freaking huge and it's very expensive to do.
That's why we do a grab. Every person that wants to participate brings one gift. You can make it a $5 limit. Then you just get funny stuff and it's just fun. It's a game, but you don't have to do it.
Yeah, but then you still got to get the kids
No, they're part of the grab. They end with one gift.
Oh, you're going to tell a 4-year-old that they can do that?
At the kid grab, yeah, that's what we do.
I feel like you have to reach a certain age limit to be able to participate in that and understand it.
We do the adult grab and we do the children grab.
Can you imagine? So let's say in my family, they come in batches, right? So you have one batch and they're all between the ages of 12 and 15. Then you have a couple years gap. And then you have the kids that are between the ages of 7 and 9. And then you have another one that are like 18 months to 4 years old.
My sister alone has 5 children. Out of her 5 children, one has 2 children, one has one has, like, there's already grandkids all over the place over there. There's already nieces and nephews. Like, there's kids everywhere, but you just accept it. You have fun. You don't like it? Too bad. Cry. Get over it.
My thing is like, I'm just picturing a bunch of young children trying to get the concept that they open a gift that they really like and their cousin can steal it. And that is okay. You're teaching your children it is okay to steal from other children.
Well, it's in fun.
The adults 100% love it. It's great. The kids version, if they're not old enough, I feel like that's maybe not the best idea.
We do it anyways.
Maybe be like, if you're old enough at age like 9, I feel like maybe 9 would be a good age to grasp the concept that it is a game and it is not real. Because then not only is it okay to steal from other children around your age, it makes more sense to steal from them only during the holidays.
That's right. We're raising bullies.
Yeah, like let's just be real here. Let's just be real. Now, one thing we do in our family, oh my gosh, it is so awesome. So we all get together and we pitch in. If you want to participate, you pitch in and say it is $10 because my family's so big that it works out. So it's $10 a person. And they take saran wrap.
Oh, the ball?
And they make a ball. And in between the ball, they'll like stick like a lottery ticket and then they'll roll the ball up some more. And then they'll stick like a piece of candy and then roll. And then there's like little tags that's like, you win one gift from the gift table.
Yeah.
And you have numbers on it. You get number 1 pick from the gift table. You can pick whatever you want. You get number 2, you get number, 13, and you're like, fuck, there's nothing left. But you still get something from the gift
It's
table.
still the same version, but it's
But-
just you're doing it in a different way.
No, there's no stealing. There's no stealing. There's no nothing. So what it is in between there too, they'll shove like tube socks or like crew size socks. And if you unroll a crew sock, you have to put it on a hand and still try to unravel the thing. But the person in front of you is rolling dice until they get a double. And then once they get the double, they get to steal the saran ball and unwrap and try to get as much as they can before the next person rolls a double.
So he gets to steal the ball from you when he rolls. Oh, when he rolls doubles. Oh, okay.
Only if you roll a double. Only if you roll a double.
You only get to steal if you get a different number. It's the same
you get
thing,
the ball.
just different
you don't,
version.
No, you don't steal the gifts.
But you get the option to steal the gift when you unwrap it. If that was like right there, the lottery ticket, and he rolled it, and then he unwrapped it first.
It is whoever unwraps it. That's the thing. You spin until you get it. You get a prize out of the thing. You don't steal anything from anyone. It is you have an X amount of time, so you better learn how to unroll fast.
I'm never doing a white elephant.
There's no stealing. There's no fighting. There's no arguing. Oh my gosh. Like
There's no arguing. It's just fun.
And then you have the stupid elephant games that last like 2 hours because Tom, Jerry, Bob, Paul, and Mike are all fighting over a fucking screwdriver set.
Oh, you have not had any good experiences. I've never had a fight at any of them. At the end, sometimes people will end up with ridiculous gifts and they just give them to somebody else, but there's no...
By fight, it is... You have them constantly bouncing the same gift around and it never ends. Ever.
You are grumpy today,
until
Natasha.
Somebody finally like, fuck this. I am not under the influence enough to not be, it peeves me. That's why I like the saran wrap, because you're not stealing anything. It might be that the person next to you rolls doubles on the first go and you're just screwed because the ball just keeps spinning around. You keep going around until the ball is empty.
Well, we have different...
And I'm talking 12 rolls of saran wrap is in this ball. It's as big as a beach ball when we start.
We have different experiences because to us it's hilarious. And sometimes there's this one terrible gift. Like there was this
I got a chia pet once.
Candle vase or something that nobody wanted. And then next year it's brought back in. Somebody wraps it and throws it and the thing keeps reappearing every year, which is hilarious. But it's funny because you ended up with it and then you got to save it till next year.
It's funny the first 6
it's
gifts.
Hilarious.
When the same gift goes to 15 people, it starts to get old. Real fast.
It just gets funnier and funnier to me.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm just glad we do the saran wrap and we don't have to worry about anything else. Our main thing about the whole thing is the food.
Yeah.
Like we do the saran wrap thing just for fun. Some years we don't even, a couple years we haven't even done it. The food and getting our family together, because we are so big that we very seldom get the entire family together. We always do a picture every year.
Oh, so it's a good reason to do it on Christmas.
Yeah.
You Scrooge.
On Christmas because everybody's off work because of consumerism.
But it's a reason to get together with family. It's nice.
Because you're off work. Any other time, it's not like everybody has one day off, that they're all off.
So that's good. No matter what it's for, at least it's a day off and everyone gets to get together. If it was up to me,
we would have solstice off.
You petitioned
like Halloween. We should get Halloween off. I am on it.
We should get Halloween off.
We need to have Halloween as a holiday because it is a holiday. But we won't do that because guess who holiday surrounds? Not certain churches.
I wish we did have Halloween off because my whole time working, Halloween, when my kids were little, I wanted to bring them trick-or-treating every year. So I would make deals at work. Like, you can have New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off if I can get Halloween off. Like, I'd have to find someone to swap with. Because every mother should have, or father should have the ability to go trick-or-treating with their kids if they want to.
I agree, 100%. But it's not even about the trick-or-treating for me. It is a holiday.
To me, it's dressing my kids up and having fun and hanging out with family.
It is important to certain religions to have Halloween.
No, that's true.
But they don't care because it's not the right religions. Just saying.
Natasha's on a roll today, man.
I am on a roll.
I've never seen her this fired up.
But for me too, it's like the hospital. Sorry, my computer's making a horrible noise all of a sudden. It's even fighting. It's even like, yeah, preach it, sister. But I'm screwed on holidays. The hospital doesn't close. The emergency room does not close for holidays. I worked Halloween. I worked on my birthday. I worked Thanksgiving. I work Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Valentine's Day. Like, I don't even know the next holiday that I don't work.
That's how, when you work in an essential field, that during COVID, I had to work the whole time. I didn't get time off.
Yep.
You don't get holidays, whatever. You have to do swaps if you can.
Yep.
I don't know if you have that ability there with someone you can switch with, but
I'm pretty sure I just spent 10 minutes ranting about holidays.
You did. You're Scrooge.
Now, no. Okay, let me give myself a little bit of credit. I like the fact of you go to a grocery store and you see a struggling mother with 3 kids in the line. She's barely got groceries because she can't afford it, and you pay for her groceries. That has nothing to do with the holiday. That is being a good human. Or you go to a drive-thru and the person in front of you pays for your food because it is a good gesture. That is the stuff. Helping people out who need the help. But why are we only giving this kind of help? I had to get help this year or my kid wasn't going to get shit for Christmas. And by got help, it's like clothes that I couldn't afford to get him. They're nice, warm winter clothes that there's no way I could have afforded to get it for him. And stuff like that should be happening, though, all year long. It shouldn't just be, oh, you only get assistance when it's cold, which is great and it's awesome and I appreciate it. But just as a whole, in a society in general, we need to help people out more often throughout the year because it's not like they only need help during the holidays. The only reason that people mostly need help in the holidays and they feel that pressure is because all the surrounds that you have to buy toys and electronics and, whatever, gift cards, whatever the hell it is, there's that expectation that you have to give somebody something or you don't care. And that's what we need to squash.
That is over the top, but I know that you don't like me looking on the positive side today, but people do feel more generous near the holidays. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. But like you said, it should spill out to the rest of the year.
But also the holiday season is when you have the most suicides.
That and a lot more domestic violence occurrences in houses because family is together that haven't been together.
Yep.
And then they are, and then explosion.
So although some people feel more festive, others do not.
You were just so negative today. What is wrong with you?
Merry happy holidays, fuckers.
Oh my gosh, I was on a podcast with somebody else last week and he said fuckery and now I can't stop saying it. Fuckery is my new favorite word. What is this fuckery?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I say that word all the time. And I'm just trying to promote for people to be as giving and caring and supportive to other humans in their society all year long and not just in the holidays. And I will say, I am the person that I thoroughly enjoy the environment of winter.
I love it.
I know a lot of people don't like that. And I'm not talking like, oh, snow. I mean, at that point, damn, it's way too cold to be outside. But I like to be on my porch drinking coffee with the window open and you could smell the cool air.
Yes.
And you're not sticky or miserable. You can put more clothes on to stay warm. You can plug in an electric blanket and sit outside.
I say that all the time. People bitch about the cold. I'm like, you can put a jacket on. What are you going to do when you're too hot? You can't take your skin off.
Yes, exactly. And now, granted, there is seasonal depression, which usually happens in the winter because it is darker. You don't go outside as much. You don't do this. You don't do that. There's the pressure of the holidays. There's all of this stuff that surrounds it. But just me personally, something about walking outside in that winter air, it's got a different smell. It's got a different feel. There's like the energy there, which probably has something to do with why they celebrate solstice when they do. But anyway, we're just going to stop there because I feel like it's just going to keep going. So we'll go ahead and we'll get into the outro here and just kind of go with it. I apologize for my rant. Tosh talk over.
Natty McScroogey.
Yeah, Tosh talk is over for the holiday season this go round. I'll try not to do it next go around. Sorry for that. I probably pissed a lot of you people off. For those of you who I did not, please rate and review the show. And don't forget, we've got TikTok, we've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got YouTube, we've got social media out the yin yang. If you've got any stories, any encounters, anything like that, just weird shit in general, we do have creepitweirdpodcast@gmail.com. You can email all that stuff there, type it out. If you want to record it into an audio file, attach it and send it.
Please.
Because I know a lot of people don't like to type. They don't want to have to put that all there. Use talk to text. Who cares?
Listener stories are my favorite. Please.
Yeah, so please send those in and share. Maybe this might not be the best one to share during the holiday season.
I don't know what is going on with you today. You are in such a grumpy butt mood.
Oh my gosh. Negative Natty over here.
Seriously.
But I wasn't all negative. I'm all for the goddess that cares and helps and does all that. I don't like people taking things out of context and turning them into something that they are not to make themselves feel better about themselves. I do not like that. Be real, keep it real, and creep it weird, y'all. Just creep it weird.